My name is Tom Dickey. I'm the Director of Community Development for the town of Fishers.
My name is Tony Elliott. I'm the Parks and Recreation Director for the town of Fishers.
You know, I think it's important that Fishers has a distinctive and vibrant downtown for a number of reasons. One is it's a desire of the community. You know, when we embarked upon this latest push for a downtown redevelopment about a year and a half ago, you know, we knew that the community for over 20 years had been talking about a vibrant place to be its heart of the community. So that's the first reason. But the second and equally important reason is it's a key part of our economic development strategy to create that place where people want to be, which means where employees want to be, and then employers want to be there. A distinctive downtown is a place that reflects the people that are in the downtown. So it's a little less about exactly what the building looks like, and it's about how people interact with the space. And so we really want to create that place when people who live in Fishers come downtown, it feels like the heart of Fishers. And so while we have a lot of people that will pay attention to the details of the buildings and those kinds of things, it's really more about the public space that those buildings, you know, frame. So we want downtown to be an interactive place. It's not just a place where you come and sit. I mean, it really is, we want it to be an idea exchange. I mean, we're actually here at Launch Fishers, which is kind of the impetus or the starting point of that idea exchange. But the idea is to have a walkable downtown.
So downtown Fishers really will be an important place for other public spaces, other areas where people can hang out. So currently you have the Rotary Arch Park on 116th Street. We just developed a new pocket park, again, where people can hang out, mingle, and we've partnered with groups like the Nickel Plate Arts Organization to put up blackboards so you can answer the question, one day I will, ... It's a place that's very interactive where people can meet, where people can relax. They can pick up their ice cream at Handles, they can pick up their snow cone at the Snow Shack across the street and just spend time and hang out.
And in the future we see some art that may be interactive where it's a nice art piece and a sculpture, but the sculpture is done in a way that a child may be able to play on it or sit on it or those kinds of things. So you're really interacting with the environment where you are.
So within downtown, the amphitheater is really one of the first projects that is a catalyst in a number of different ways. One is for economic development. Again, it gets people downtown to events, to concerts, to programs that they've never really been able to do before. With that, it gets people going to restaurants, going to shops, and it creates a critical mass of people that gets to our goal of economic development. It makes downtown a vibrant cultural place, and that makes that quality of life and sense of place really come alive and makes it a ripe environment for economic development.
I think when you think of Fishers today, you really think of Americana is kind of, as we brainstormed about this, and we talked to a lot of different people in the community. What is Fishers? And it comes back to that word Americana. It's real simple, but it's hardworking families. It's affordable housing in a very range from starter homes to where you've really been successful in your career and you can buy a larger home. So that's really what Fishers is. Great place to live, great place to work, a great place to raise your family, great parks. So that's what people think of today. What we want to think in the future of Fishers is all those things. That's our foundation, that's who we are, that's where we grow from. But we want to think about then it's a great place to start a business. It's a great place to grow your business. It's a great place when you graduate from college and you may go off somewhere to the coast for a couple of years you want to come back to and bring your talents. And then when your talents are here, that's when we start attracting those employers to come as well. So that's really what we're trying to do with the downtown. We have some of the basic foundations in place today with Launch Fishers and really building a network of entrepreneurs and small businesses to support the small business. When you look around and say, where do I go after Launch Fishers, or where do I go after I start my business in my home? And that's one big push we're making in downtown, is really to create those office spaces in downtown where small businesses can grow. So that's a physical answer to what's downtown have to offer to businesses. But I think equally important, or maybe perhaps more important, is just the environment of downtown. So we want people to say, I could locate my business here or there, or downtown Fishers, and look around and say, you know what, there's a lot of amenities in downtown Fishers that are going to make my employees happier, more productive, and therefore my business more successful. My dream will be to step back one day, kind of in the corner off of the side somewhere in downtown Fishers, and watch people interact in that space that I helped create. So it's a real passion of mine. It's kind of where my heart lies in creating those spaces, and then stepping back and watching people live their lives and be a better place than they would have been without my effort and our team's effort in that area.
I think we are at a moment in history in Fishers where a lot of changes are happening. Obviously, the new mayor is coming in 2015, but before that, we've got a lot of big projects, again, to make Fishers come alive, I think. Downtown development, density, talks of mass transit, new pocket parks, developing a ripe commercial environment. It's all part of these big plans to make downtown Fishers really that cultural environment, that cultural home for Fishers.